Just south of West Lake, Wayne and Pei Fen find an old Hangzhou gate with 3 names on its walls: Chaotianmen, Zhenhai Tower, and Drum Tower. But this walk is not only about a gate. From here, they follow the old streets into Da Ma Lane and Qinghefang, where Hangzhou's imperial past, market life, silk trade, medicine shops, and modern cafes all meet in one afternoon. Walk beside us to uncover the enchanting secrets lingering down this weathered ancient street, alive with bustling storefronts and passing crowds. Wayne and Pei Fen begin by placing the walk on the map. This is Hangzhou in Zhejiang province in eastern China. The route sits near West Lake, Wushan, Zhongshan South Road, Qinghefang, and the old lanes around southern Song Imperial Street. For many visitors, this area may look like a simple shopping and walking district, but the map already hints at how much history is packed into a small space. Wayne and Pei Fen rode Line 1 on the subway and got off at the Ding An Road station. They exited at Gate D, which put them on Shihu Avenue. They proceeded east and turned right on Zhongshan Middle Road, southern Song Imperial Street. Follow that for 1.1 kilometers, or about a half a mile. The approach is part of the story. Before the gate appears clearly, the street already shows layers of old Hangzhou: stone walls, shaded paths, small storefronts, people taking photos, and everyday movement around a historic landmark. This wall is part of the Hangzhou Nine Walls Series, created by public artist Yang Qirui. Its title is Senjing Gu Yuan, Homeland at one time, or more naturally, the home we once had. At first, it looks like a preserved old house, but it is actually a public artwork made from the visual language of old Hangzhou neighborhoods: gray brick, worn doors, small windows, a bicycle, and the traces of everyday life. Yang Qirui created these walls during the renewal of Zhongshan Road and southern Song Imperial Street. The idea was not to build something new that looked ancient, but to preserve the feeling of homes and lanes that were disappearing as the city changed. The architecture here is intentionally mixed. It suggests different periods of Hangzhou domestic life: late Qing, Republican era, and ordinary 20th century neighborhood living. This is why the wall feels both beautiful and a little rough. It is not a perfect antique. It is a memory wall. For travelers, this is easy to walk past. But it quietly explains something important about Hangzhou. History here is not only found in palaces, gates, and temples. It is also found in old doors, shared courtyards, bicycles, coal stoves, and the small homes people once called their own. Then the old gate comes into full view. The present structure is not the original ancient gate, but the site carries a long memory. Wayne is standing at one of the old city gate sites of Hangzhou, a place connected with Wushan, the former imperial city, and the changing life of the streets below it. One reason this site can be confusing is that it carries more than one name. The signs show Chaotianmen, meaning gate facing heaven. They also show Zhenhai Tower and Drum Tower. Each name belongs to a different layer of the same place. Over time, Hangzhou changed, the gate changed, and the purpose of the structure changed with it. Near the old gate, Wayne and Pei Fen find a Song-style street installation called Cailou Huanmen. The design is inspired by along the river during the Qingming festival, a famous painting often used to imagine the lively street scenes of the Song period. These decorative festival gateways remind viewers that a historic city was not only walls and officials. It was also color, celebration, shops, crowds, and public life. After the gate and Song-style details, Wayne and Pei Fen turn toward a different kind of history. The walk begins to leave the monument behind and move into a more ordinary neighborhood rhythm. Shop fronts, small lanes, scooters, baskets, and people going about the afternoon. This is Mahjong. It's a very popular board game here in China.
Old Street. Nee, nee. Nee,不是老。100 多。Oh my God. No. Yeah, I know this one here. 你好。
我们先习惯一下啊。好的，好的。等一下卖水果吗？过来吗？好的，慢点。哦，
Then they reach Da Ma Lane, or Da Ma Nong. The name is often connected with the Southern Song period, when a military horse office was located in this area. Today, the horses are gone, but the lane still carries another kind of movement. Shoppers, food stalls, scooters, baskets, produce, and the ordinary conversations of neighborhood life. Da Ma Lane borders City God Temple Lane to the north and Cailou Lane to the south, stretching 230 meters or 754 feet in length. It stands outside the west wall of the Southern Song Imperial Ancestral Temple. In the 7th year of the Qian Dao reign of the Song dynasty, 1171, Yu Yun Huiyan, who held the position of Grand Counselor, received an imperial edict to relocate the army headquarters to Jiankang, present-day Nanjing, to prepare for the northern military campaign. A cavalry garrison was established within this lane to deploy warhorses, hence the lane also bore the name Marshall Street. It was later converted into the supervisorate of the state farms and housed various official agencies. During the Qing dynasty, the Zhejiang Pacification Commissioner's military attaché mansion was located within the lane, where military horses were stabled and shuttled to and fro, earning it the moniker, Horse Lane. It was renamed Da Ma Lane, Da Ma Nong, in 1966, then reverted back to Shaoshan Lane in 1981, before recovering its original name Da Ma Lane once more. Number 58 and number 59 residences inside the lane are immovable cultural relics that preserved intact, original. Da Ma Lane bears none of the still, curated hush of a museum exhibit. It rejects the stilted, frozen pageantry of preserved historic sites, where visitors only gaze at life behind glass barriers and polished placards. This narrow, weathered thoroughfare is not a stage set built for tourists to snap photos of old aesthetics. It is a fully functional, breathing artery of daily community, where history unfolds naturally amid the unscripted chaos of ordinary living. There are no roped-off boundaries separating heritage from everyday here. Ancient stone walls lean against makeshift market stalls, century-old doorframes frame vendors weighing produce, and time-worn paving stones absorb the steady, unending footfall of locals running errands, rather than crowds observing a distant relic. As Wayne and Pei Fen drift slowly through the lane's gentle current of people, their senses are wrapped in layers of unfiltered, living activity at every turn. Bright bunches of jasmine and lotus blooms spill from flower sellers' wooden crates, their sweet, soft fragrance tangling with the earthy, dewy scent of leafy greens stacked high at produce stalls. Small cooked food shops spill warm, savory aromas out onto the pavement. Simmered braised meats, crisp fried local pastries, and steaming bowls of handmade noodles fog the air above metal countertops. Further inward, a covered indoor market hums with quieter, concentrated bustle. Shoppers pause to inspect fresh tofu and cured preserved goods, murmuring soft negotiations with stallkeepers, while older residents linger in loose groups to swap gossip, their easy laughter cutting through the constant clink of weighing scales and the rustle of paper shopping bags. Every vendor tends their trade with unhurried familiarity, repeating the same quiet rituals they have followed for decades, stacking baskets, wiping down wooden boards, calling out gentle offers to passers-by. No performative flourish for onlookers, just quiet, unremarkable labor stitched into the fabric of the street. Too often, we measure an old city's survival by its tangible, static landmarks. Carved stone markers, restored wooden beams, engraved historical plaques, and intact ancient architecture. These physical relics hold undeniable weight, marking where history once stood. But they are only half the story of preservation that Da Ma Lane embodies. The far more vital, ephemeral layer of heritage lies not in carved rock or restored timber, but in the unbroken human rhythms sustained within these old walls. It lingers in the ingrained daily habits of residents who rise early to browse the morning market, who stop mid-chore to chat with neighbors they have known for years, who seek out the same beloved street food stalls for their evening meals without a second thought. It saturates the air in the unique, layered flavors passed down through generations of local cooks, each sauce, pastry, and cured recipe a living link to old Hangzhou tradition. It pulses within the small, uncelebrated routines that repeat day after day, season after season. The ritual of stocking fresh seasonal produce with each shift of the weather, the quiet exchange of goods and stories between vendor and shopper, the slow, unrushed pace of community connection that refuses to speed up to match modern city life. This is the profound magic of Da Ma Lane's preservation. Unlike museum displays that lock history away to be admired from afar, the street weaves the past directly into the present moment. Its heritage does not exist as a distant memory or a decorative backdrop. It is active, lived, and renewed each sunrise as vendors unlock their stalls and locals flood the narrow passageways to tend to the simple, sacred work of daily life. The stone and wood are merely containers for something far more enduring, the shared routines, collective tastes, and quiet human connection that turn an ancient lane into a living, everlasting archive of old city identity. From Da Ma Lane, we walk back toward the broader historic district. The street opens again. The shops, trees, benches, red lanterns, and older facades begin to connect the market lane with Qinghefang and Zhongshan Middle Road. Right where we stand now, this stone marker designates Zhongshan Middle Road Historic and Cultural Block, officially recognized by Hangzhou's municipal government back in 2014, part of the city's protected historic precinct system. This whole district we're exploring is Qinghefang, Hangzhou's iconic historic cultural pedestrian quarter, tucked in Shangcheng district at the northern foot of Wushan Hill, steps away from West Lake, spanning over 200,000 square meters, or about 2.15 million square feet. It's the only largely intact ancient urban quarter surviving in Hangzhou today, a living snapshot of the city's millennia-long heritage. All layers of local culture converge here: dynastic history, traditional commerce, ancient architecture, and folk customs. Narrow alleyways, old neighborhoods, former celebrity residences, and century-old shops weave together, holding an immense wealth of tangible and intangible cultural legacy. Our panoramic map lays out every landmark across the district. From Phoenix Temple and the Southern Song Imperial Street to Drum Tower, the district's most recognizable landmark. The Drum Tower traces its origins to King Qian of the Wu Yu Kingdom. Built as the imperial city's southern gate once named Chaotianmen Gate, it was renamed multiple times through the Yuan and Ming dynasties. After a bell and 9 drums were installed atop to mark dawn and dusk, the simple name, Drum Tower, stuck, and it's carried that title ever since. The next plaques show that this district is not only Southern Song history. Some buildings along Zhongshan Middle Road belong to the late Qing and early modern commercial city. At number 12, 14, 16, and 16-2, the sign describes traditional courtyard-style architecture from the late Qing period, showing the evolution of buildings that combined business and residence. Numbers 18, 18-1, and 20 at Zhongshan Middle Road is an example of commercial and residential buildings built during the period of Republic of China, showing the history of combining Western form with modern urban architecture.
Put your tongue under there.
These two commercial buildings, dominated by Western architectural styling, were constructed in the 15th year of the Republic of China, 1926. In the 21st year of the Republic of China, 1932, the Hongyu Silk and Cloth Shop opened here. This shop ranked among Hangzhou's 5 largest fabric stores, holding equal renown alongside Enyi Tai, Yuan Tai, Yuan Li and Kai Tai. What set Hongyu and Kai Tai apart from the rest was that they operated both retail and wholesale trade, with wholesale as their primary business focus. Then the street adds another layer: traditional medicine. Zhongde Tang was founded in 1808 by Yi Pu Shan from Xixi and became one of Hangzhou's early and large Chinese medicine stores. It produced pills, powders, and pastes, and traded medicinal herbs from several provinces. In 1958, it merged with Huqing Yu Tang, connecting this street to one of Hangzhou's best-known names in medicine and commerce. Right here at Zhongde Tang Herbal Hall stands this carved laughing Maitreya Buddha. Covered in tiny child figures, he symbolizes health, long life and abundant blessings for everyone seeking healing inside this historic medicine shop. Not every building here tells an ancient story. Some have become cafes, bars, shops, and photo spots. That mix is part of the modern Qinghefang experience. Old street patterns, historic facades, decorative signs, and a new layer of commercial life built on top.
Mm-hmm.
As the walk comes to an end, Wayne and Pei Fen move away from the old streets and back toward the station. The ending should feel like leaving a layered neighborhood, not simply stopping the camera. Chaotianmen began the story as a gate, but the afternoon revealed something larger. Old Hangzhou survives in gates, market lanes, plaques, shops, rebuilt walls, and the people who keep using these streets every day. From ancient medicine halls to carved wooden landmarks, we've wandered Hangzhou's preserved historic districts side by side in this video. If this glimpse into the city's old world charm inspired you, show your support with a like, subscribe to Why Visit China, and head to the comments. I want to hear exactly which underrated, lesser-seen historic Hangzhou location you'd love us to discover together in our next episode. See you next time.